as you can see here, we're at the start of another Jersey Quest franchise mode here. We're in NHL 21 this time, as you can kind of tell by the season 2020-21 top corner. We're playing as the Vegas Golden Knights. A bit surprising, but kind of get into that in a second here in terms of like the standard introduction video where I kind of go through team, which is obviously see the Vegas Golden Knights, and then player of focus / jersey of focus and all that good stuff. So in terms of that, kind of let's just get into it. There's edit lines, this way to look at it. Yeesh, that bottom line, coach. Good lord, that's terrible. That's a problem for me later to go through, but yeah, so in terms of player focus, it's one of these guys here. It's if we go to goalie here, it's this guy right here, Marc-André Fleury, Flower, as he is known. Kind of probably like wondering kind of what's the connection here. He's not like a current Islander, ex-Islander, anything like that. Connection is kind of different in that sense that like, I guess kind of fun factoid, not really fun factoid about me per se, but like back in the day when I was I think it was my senior year of high school, my like government and economics teacher, my senior year of high school, was a good friend and mentor of Marc-André Fleury's, and so that's kind of like he always like kind of like talk about him and whatnot and stuff in class, and like I think he had like a signed jersey and all that stuff, like hanging out for him in his classroom and all that good stuff. And kind of just that kind of connection there, like for like my thank you Xbox. Apparently earned some rewards points, whatever. There's kind of that kind of connection there. And the fact he's like kind of like well-respected guys in the league and all that stuff. He's a kind of fun character and all that stuff. Always kind of liked him. Anyways, in addition to kind of that connection, my high school history teacher, who I was a big fan of, he's probably one of my favorite teachers in high school. Like, he's a good friend of Fleury's, so kind of that's the connection there. So in terms of why this season and all that is because this is 2020-21 season. It's when Fleury won the Vezina and the Jennings trophy with the Golden Knights alongside Islanders legend, not really Islanders legend, but ex-Islander Robin Lehner here. But yeah, so the focus this is actually on Fleury this time. So yeah, he's player of focus, the jersey of focus, because this is the 2020-21 season, kind of the only jerseys that's really like this season specific, I think. Let me like double check that first, because I might like make a switcheroo. Like what I'm saying is like a bold-faced lie. Oh, is it a bold-faced lie? Hold on. 2019-20. There's Vegas. Oh, interesting. Yeah, we might be making a change here. Yeah, I think we're making a switcheroo here, perhaps. Yeah. Okay. Live in me recording this episode, switcheroo here, because originally my plan was I didn't quite realize this. Is I assumed that the gaudy as heck gold jersey that Vegas sports that was their alternate and is now their home jersey was like older than it actually is. Like I assumed it was like a 2019-20, 2018-19 creation, but it's not. It was originally introduced in the 2020-21 season. So that even though like my original plan was to do the reverse retro, but because the because like that's gonna be incredibly hard to find and whatnot, and well, honestly, live being completely real here, like in this kind of initial introductory video here, because it's like this discovery kind of has me all confused at the moment, to be quite honest. And so the jersey of focus is not quite sure actually. So I think I'll probably kind of do a quick update to that this at the kind of 2020-21 season recap here, but it's kind of either their alternate jersey when like it was like a non-prime green run, because I had like 21 seasons, like the season before prime green became a thing, or their reverse retro. It's kind of like a which one can I find in the time between I start this and kind of basically in between like the end of me recording this episode. I'm basically gonna go and spend like probably like half an hour searching around on the interwebs trying to find one or the other, whichever one I can kind of find, because Vegas, the thing is, Vegas did like a huge, like the thing is last summer, like a humongousOid, or maybe it's fall, I don't know, it was like post the end of last 24 season and present day 2025, that like they did a huge drop of like their kind of old stock jerseys and whatnot, like on ice ones, from the Adidas era, because they had like a ton of extras. So it's kind of dependent upon what I can kind of get my hands on here. But the jersey focus is either their alternate jersey, the 1 year that was not, it was a non-prime green, as a Climalite or ID Zero, whatever jargon. I think it was like Aero Ready, whatever, non-prime green one, or the reverse retro, depending on which one I can find. And that will be kind of given as an update at the start of the season recap after this first season. Which I guess this is kind of mini announcement tangent 1 here, and then mini announcement slash tangent 2 here. While I just going quickly, let's look at his contract, because the thing is, he is older here, 30. What the hell? He is like, dang, they like coded him with carry dump stuff. That's kind of funny. I guess I think this is the first year they introduced that stuff, so I mean, that's probably why. But yeah, so he has 2 years left on his contract here, so this might be a shorter one for two reasons. One, because he only has 2 years left in his deal and he is 35, so if he kind of drops off a cliff, and overall he might just end up retiring, but he might not also, so this might be a shorter one depending on how that goes. And the second thing, which is kind of my initial like thought, or I was going to bring this up in this introductory video, is the fact that this 2020-21 season in reality was just a 2021 season, because this is like the year where they kind of pulled like they did with the lockout in 2013, where they're basically like, because of COVID, we're going to start the season in January and kind of just run like half a season basically. I think it was like 56 games in total. Right, 40 plus 14 plus 2 is 56. Yeah, so 56 game kind of shortened season from January to like whenever, May or whatever. Let's see, I think it was January to like May-ish, middle of May. It was like when the regular season ran. So that isn't quite how it works here. I'm pretty sure, like, if I'm not mistaken, they literally just like reused the. Actually, I probably find definitive proof of this now, because I've always had this suspicion, and I now kind of want definitive proof here. Regular season schedule from the season before. No, it's not. Okay, so that's interesting. So I honestly just originally assumed for a while they kind of just made this schedule like they just repeated their like 2019-20 schedule. But that's not the case here. They're in 2019-20, they opened with at home to San Jose on October 2nd, so that's clearly not it anymore. So I guess it's just like a randomly generated schedule every time or something maybe. But yeah, so because we can't use their like actual results, because there is no like matching schedule here, like it's kind of going to be a funky thing here where like I can't just like kind of try and mirror their record from the regular season to kind of make things as realistic as possible. So what I'm basically going to end up doing, I guess, for this first season is, because Vegas did make the playoffs that season, they kind of were almost tied. They were tied for the President's Trophy with the Avalanche, but like tiebreakers and stuff meant they didn't quite get it. But what this means is, because I guess the kind of whole thing was also might be a short one, is this first season they made it to the, like, I guess it wasn't this Western Conference, I guess it was, yeah, it wasn't the Western Conference Finals, it was like the Stanley Cup semifinals, just generic, because of the weird jumbled around divisions from that season. And they lost to the Montreal Canadiens in 6 games in the whatchamahoots, yeah, in that, like, in the kind of second round, the kind of like the conference finals, quote unquote, that year. They lost to Montreal in 6. So because they made the playoffs, I'm basically gonna try and, I can't like quite mirror their results, but what I'm basically gonna do is try and make sure they make the playoffs, so then we can kind of do their playoff run as it were, per se, as it kind of was. And since like they're gonna win the first 2 rounds, we'll make the conference finals and kind of let fate taken sports in that sense. This might be a short one for two reasons, because the whole Fleury is older, his contract's expiring in 2 seasons, and because his first season, it's very possible we might make the Cup finals if like the sim engine is a little kinder to us than Montreal getting carry priced. So yeah, that's kind of the rub. The kind of two announcements, one being I'm not quite sure what the jersey focus is this time, because I was like didn't realize until I literally checked it while, as I kind of said 2 seconds ago, not 2 seconds, like a minute ago, while recording, that the alternate was a new thing that year. So it's telling you like a 1-year jersey because it's non-prime green and all that good stuff. So that it might be that, depending on, or the reverse retro one, which I said I'll kind of update in the next episode. And the next episode will be the 2020-21 season recap, where hopefully Sim Engine is kind to us, and I end up kind of going on winning the Cup. And I'll kind of you'll kind of be able to tell then from the, I guess I usually put it at the end or I put it at the beginning. Well, either way you'll find out what the jersey of focus is, or else win the Cup or not, because I'll either mention it, or I'll mention it and it'll be like in the video where I'm kind of showing the Cup ceremony at the end. So yeah, that's kind of it for this initial episode. Thank you for watching this kind of jumbly ramble that it became, because I didn't quite realize things as I went to record it. But yeah, thank you for watching. Hopefully you check out the next episode as well. Thank you.